All right, so some guys are asking, how do you get that first job? And I think that the easy answer to that is there's going to be 2 tests. Right off the bat, 2 tests. You're going to have a drug test and then a weld test. At KWI, we're happy to say that we'll get you prepared for both of those. We drug test our guys, we mouth swab, we urinalysis, we hair follicle, and then we weld test the heck out of you too. So you're going to be prepared for all of that. But Dalton, what do you think? Drug test, weld test, first couple tests, how do you get on that job?
When you get there, they're going to send you a bunch of information, right? So they're going to tell you what your weld test is going to be, then they're going to tell you where your drug test is, all this stuff. So when you get there, you can always expect definitely two things. Yeah. If the company, a highly evaluated company, I should say. So you're going to take a drug test and you're going to take a weld test. That drug test, you're going to go to an offsite center. They're going to have somebody standing there watching you pee. Yeah, from my first experience, I'll never forget it. I couldn't pee at all.
Right, that's tough.
I was really nervous, yeah. But yeah, so went and took the drug test first, because why is a company going to waste their time and money on a QC that's making $40 an hour? So usually, I say 90% of the time, they're always going to have you take the drug test first, so they're not going to be wasting material and stuff like that. So then after you pass the drug test, go take your weld test. If you're good on that, hey, you got the job.
Yeah. And those next couple of days can be different depending on the company, how long those day one orientations, that on-site stuff is. That can shrink and grow depending on that company. But so those drug tests, they can be a barrage of different things. Don't think, because you can get on the internet, I guess, and you can find you some fake male parts maybe there and pee out of a plastic whatever to pass that piss test. But some companies, again, the oral mouth swab is hot right now, especially with the police departments, because it's the here and now. Those mouth swabs work for a much tighter frequency. Even before the drug metabolizes in your system, it'll still be in your saliva there. So those more oral mouth swabs are good there. Hair follicle. Have you ever had a hair follicle?
Yeah, I had a hair follicle. Yeah, so they can go back 6 months. They can even go back 7 years. Yeah, depending on what they're wanting.
Yeah, I think there's a big rumor mill. Yeah. The hair follicle is just the moving target as far as what actually happens. And if you get on the internet, who knows what it'll tell you as far as how much that hair follicle goes back. But by and large, what it needs to say is this: that it's going to go back further than your piss test. Yeah, so be on the lookout.
Another thing, just because they're going to take a hair follicle test and you shave all your hair off your body, right? It doesn't matter. They'll even take fingernails. I've seen people take fingernails just because they're so nervous. You shave all your hair off your body. They don't want to do a hair follicle. Yeah, let me get some fingernail clippings.
Not to mention, they're awfully suspicious that you come completely bald as a baby there. So that'd definitely be a way to ruin your name or get you run off. But yeah, that hair follicle. So pulling that, typically, what are they going to do? They can pull a patch. They can shave a patch.
Usually they pull it. If you got hair, they're gonna pull, a dime size, not a dime size, but a good amount of hair.
Yeah. And again, they're testing that follicle, and yes, it will go back further than that urinalysis test, further than that oral mouth swab. But that's things you don't have to worry about, right? Because you're not doing those hardcore drugs that are showing up in that hair. I know it's the most common on the nuclear power plants. We've got a lot of KWI students that are in the nuclear side, and that's the number one thing. Their job references are very extensive. We get a lot of phone calls where they're like, hey, we're calling on so-and-so for this new nuclear campaign. And wildly enough, they don't want to hear what I have to say. They're like, we want 2 references from you that know this student as well. So it's almost like this family tree of references. So because obviously that student is going to give good references. So the company doesn't want to talk to the good reference. They want to talk to one that's 2 or 3 removed. So just some free advice there on references and whatnot. Do good things and you'll get good things said about you. So on those drugs, again, why go to KWI? Well, think of it this way. We drug test pretty tough, pretty stringent, which means that we've probably warded off or culled out a lot of that high school crowd that you hung with, that you knew was smoking dope in your high school parking lot or was experimenting with harder drugs. There's a pandemic an epidemic going on right now as far as the pills and meth and cocaine and So picture those high school students not at KWI, because we drug test so much. At orientation, we oral mouth swab. You're going to get a random urinalysis test and a scheduled urinalysis test while you're here, and you'll be put into that CCS drug toxicology database, so that Dynergy plants and other companies that use them understand and know that you've got clean piss tests. And then we've started to pull hair follicle. Month 5, month 6, when you're with us, we're pulling hair so that we feel good recommending you to companies and contractors as you graduate. So now that everybody knows that, all those guys that are about that life probably aren't coming to KWI. So we just essentially culled out a bunch of those cats, and you're welding with guys that are passionate about welding. They're here to work, to make themselves great welders, individuals, and iron sharpens iron. So that's the kind of people you want to be around.
Yeah, another thing about that, I don't want to be around anybody that's on drugs.
Right.
I want to be around somebody that's clean, just going to show up to work every day. So that, I mean, you can go a lot into detail about that, you know. I don't want to travel with anybody that's going to be on drugs. I want somebody that's going to be dependable. That's the way, say your truck breaks down, right? And you're rooming with a buddy. Well, if he's on drugs or he's doing alcohol and hell, he don't show up to work half the time, don't want to be around that guy, right? So always make sure you're around somebody dependable as well.
Yeah, because you give him a call in the middle of the night on a flat tire, and he ain't gonna be able to help you out. You want to travel with a good crew. You are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. So who do you want to identify with? And at KWI, we're our students are top notch, good caliber students, all looking to make a name for themselves in the industry. You come here, they're going to challenge you, they're going to raise the bar, keep you, give you some competition to keep you hungry. So that's a little bit about the first 2 tests. I guess we went around the world on that one, I feel like.
Yeah.
But the first 2 tests on the job, weld test and drug test, and KWI will get you ready for both of those.